Welcome, young witch or wizard. This meditation marks the beginning of your training at the Hogwarts School of Magic, Witchcraft, and Wizardry, set within the universe created by J.K. Rowling. This realm is more than a story. It exists vibrationally in the fourth-dimensional astral plane. Here, the frequency is higher, and as a result, manifestation, or magic as we often call it, becomes far more accessible to those who yield it. Hogwarts thrives in this realm, always just beyond the veil, yet ever ready to welcome those who believe. And so, before you journey further into this enchanted space, we invite you to begin with part 1 of this meditation series. Now, if you don't have a meditation device, then place your hands on a pillow and imagine the sun in between your palms. Allow it to grow larger and larger. If you do have a meditation device, then speak softly. Device, activate and increase. Device, I trust you completely to integrate my mind, body, and spirit. Stargate, I trust you completely. Device, activate Stargate mode. Automatic mode. Begin traveling through the portal, going further and further back in time, deeper and deeper, back in time. Back in the body of your 12-year-old self, the age when wonder was still alive and magic was never far away. Or, for our younger listeners, forward in time to when you were 12 years old. Now, look down and discover a small round button resting in your palm. It reads, "Press me for magic." Your fingers curl around it instinctively. As you press the button, a silvery purple mist begins to rise. You breathe it in, feeling lighter and lighter, weightless, levitating now, rising gently into the purple mist. The mist thickens, deepening into a purple cloud. You are now floating above your body. As you turn, you notice your physical form below, deeply asleep, resting in peace. You rise higher and higher until you drift into an opalescent white portal above. And then, softly, you feel yourself drop from the portal, landing with the quiet grace of a feather. You are now back in the fountain courtyard, standing near Taro's horse stall. Taro had unexpectedly trotted off, his hooves hurting on the narrow, winding forest paths that lead to the stables at Hogwarts. Now, you find yourself in a wide, ancient courtyard. The cobblestones beneath your bare feet feel cool and alive, and above you, ivy-covered walls and towering turrets stretch so high they seem to bend the sky itself. A 4-foot-tall house elf strolls past the stalls and stops, facing you. His long, braided brown hair and deep green cloak, trimmed with soft white rabbit fur, give him a regal air. He raises a delicate hand and points towards a set of towering black wooden doors. "You want that one," he says. Before you can respond, he vanishes like mist on the wind. A towering black Tudor-style door looms ahead, carved with swirling vines and leaves. It stands massive beneath a curved half-moon arch flanked by 2 ancient stone columns. As the door creaks open, step forward now into a winding corridor illuminated by floating lanterns. These ethereal lights hover in the air like watchful sentinels, casting a warm, flickering glow. The walls, adorned with ornate Gothic designs reminiscent of Oxford University's cloisters, seem to hum with the echoes of ancient stories. Beneath your feet, the terracotta brick floor stretches out, its surface aged and dirty, bearing the marks of countless footsteps that have crossed it throughout the ages. Each crack and groove whispers of a history both rich and mysterious, inviting you further into the castle's timeless embrace. A sound drifted through the air, filling the space like a melody. It sounds like laughter. Unmistakably youthful, it echoed along the endless hallways, as though the very walls had memorized the sound. Turning a corner, you stopped abruptly. There, scattered in small groups, stood students clad in robes of deep blue, rich burgundy, and emerald green. The colors shimmered in the flickering light, leading them an air of pride and tradition. They noticed you, with your muggle clothes marking you as an outsider, but none of them laughed at your attire. Their amusement was elsewhere, caught up in the aftermath of a shared joke. You could see it in their eyes, alight with mischief, as if the joke were too good to let go. Back in the dark forest, Snape used a portal chimney to track you down after Taro the horse bolted with you still on its back. With his dark cloak billowing behind him, he ran into a nearby derelict, vine-choked cottage, half swallowed by time and neglect. Snape, of course, had warded all the portals around Hogwarts. He knew exactly where to go. Climbing onto the creaking roof, he drew his wand, pointed at the crumbling chimney, and flicked it in a sharp arc, muttering hippity-hidgety-hop. He jumped in, and a rush of wind and purple smoke swirled around him. His body unraveled like ribbons of shadow, vanishing into the chimney with a loud whoosh that left stones clattering into the cold hearth below. Below him, Bert B., his peculiar 3-foot-tall familiar turtle that stood on 2 legs, was left standing by the cottage, unimpressed as ever. Moments later, purple smoke erupted from the doorway of Snape's potion classroom. And with that, Snape stepped into view, with his wand already poised in hand. Snape's dark robes were sweeping behind him, as if tugged by an invisible wind. He caught you mid-step. "There you are," he said, sharply adjusting the sleeves of his robe as if your presence had personally wrinkled them. His brown eyes narrowed, pinning you to the floor. "You don't belong in this building. Now tell Snape." "I'm sorry. Taro the horse brought me here." Snape raised an eyebrow, his expression unreadable. "Of course he did," he muttered, more to himself than to you. He inhaled through his nose, then spoke crisply. "You do not belong here. This wing is off limits to unregistered students. But since you're already here, it's fine. You're going to be a student, so you need to go through the proper orientation." He flicked his wand towards the hallway behind you. "It's almost dinner, and you still need a room assignment. Move along." Then Snape vanished into the shadows of the corridor once more, leaving only a trail of purple mist, returning to his now abandoned familiar. You press on. Your pace quickening with every step towards orientation. The corridor widens, and soon you find yourself before a grand archway of stained glass. Each pane shimmers with a mesmerizing mosaic of swirling ribbons and shifting hues: red, green, and yellow. Beyond the archway, the space opens into a lively courtyard. Its cobblestone path bathed in the warm glow of flickering torches. The light dances on the ancient stone walls, casting long, wavering shadows that seem to pulse with life. The courtyard is in a commotion of activity. 4-inch-tall unicorns thundered as much as something so tiny could thunder across the muddy grass. Their miniature hooves leaving delicate prints in the earth. Pixie jockeys dressed in colorful suits with silky wings urged them on with miniature whips and shouts of glee. Galleons clanked in eager hands, and the house elves bustled about, serving their masters butterbeer. The bottles chimed together merrily as the crowd cheered. One of the house elves, Toby, the brother of the late Dobie, who had died a few years prior, darted skillfully among the crowd, balancing trays of drinks with ease. The air was thick with the aromas of roasted pumpkin and sweet vanilla. Go Pixie! Go Spiral Jazz! Go Super Rainbow! Go Dusty Rose! Familiar voices shouted above. The older Weasley brothers, Fred and George, perched on a low stone wall, hollering encouragements at both pixies and the unicorns, grinning ear to ear. Older teenage students, engrossed in their betting and playful banter, paid you no mind as you made your way past the crowd. Now, push forward, slipping through the crowd to arrive at the second square archway leading to the registrar's office. Ascending the polished marble steps, your footsteps echo faintly in the cool evening air. This doorway is at least 15 feet tall and 10 feet wide, flanked by towering wooden doors with black metal handles. Inside, the hallway greets you with a stark contrast. A black sign with white stenciled letters on the right side of the wall reads, Registrar. You follow the sign and step inside. Sitting behind a sleek black desk is a woman who looks suspiciously like Samantha from Bewitched. But you quickly notice the wink, the sly smirk, and the leopard print scarf. No, this isn't Samantha. This is Serena, her sister. Serena had allegedly wanted to settle down after that unfortunate incident at the ministry. Something about turning a very important wizard into a frog because he insulted her eyeliner. The frog had leapt away in a panic and tragically became someone else's soup. To be fair, Serena had argued he did look better as a frog. The ministry disagreed. She was demoted, her wand got a little leash, and Uncle Tom, bless his robes, found her this safe job at Hogwarts where she couldn't cause any disasters. Now, here she was, pretending to be a very serious desk lady. Her 1950s black glasses were slightly askew on her nose. Her lipstick was a bit too red for the office decorum. And her hairpins looked like they might be enchanted daggers. She wore a crisp white blouse, leopard print scarf, and brown heels that clicked like trouble on the tile floor. "Oh, you must be the new student," she chirps, knocking over her ink bottle in the same moment. "Whoops, it's fine, see?" She waves her hand. The ink freezes mid-spill, but hovers in a slowly wobbling blob. "There, suspended art, very avant-garde." She flashes a grin. "So, darling, what's your name?" Now tell her your name. After you answer, she begins rifling through her chaos pile of parchments, sending half of it cascading to the floor. "Oh dear, you think I would figure out filing by now, but alas, I am a victim of my own charisma." Finally, she fishes out a form and slides it to you. "Here we are. Fill this out, darling. Then off to the Great Hall you go. Dinner, professors, the whole magical shebang. Afterward, well, someone, hopefully someone, not me, will assign you a room. Then in the morning you'll get your robes and schedule. She gestures to a quill and ink bottle. The ink is still floating from earlier. Oh, right, the ink. Back you go, darling. With a lazy flick, it zips magically into the bottle. See, flawless. Now take a moment to read this contract carefully, and when you're ready to become a student at Hogwarts, sign the form. You may notice Serena humming the Bewitched theme while filing a rogue nail. When you return the form, she squints at your handwriting. Excellent. Samuel, she calls. A house elf appears with the exhausted dignity of someone used to this routine. Could you escort this delightful creature to dinner, please? Serena says sweetly, while accidentally spinning her chair too far and nearly falling off. The elf sighs. Of course, Miss Serena. Marvelous, Serena waves you out. Enjoy Hogwarts, darling. Don't eat the green pudding. Samuel motions you to follow him. Now take a moment to walk through the winding corridors of Hogwarts. Yes, it's that point again. It's time to begin returning to the present moment. We'll continue the next part of this magical story in a future meditation at the Hogwarts School of Magic, Witchcraft, and Wizardry. As your breathing slows, the soft purple glow of the portal returns, wrapping around you like a final hug from the castle. Breathe it in deeply. Slowly now. Becoming more aware. Gently returning. When you're ready, open your eyes. Device in session. If you enjoyed this meditation, consider supporting your journey with the gift of a neologicaltech.com Neo Meditation device, a tool designed to help you relax deeply and awaken your inner magic. This meditation was inspired by my own mystical experiences. So, until next time, stay magical.